welcome to the final cut, half cut, once again, with me, like, cutters, what, look at that. Me.
You're actually flexing.
Yeah, I'm flexing, sorry, I forgot to say my name. Me, Jason Winter, and my co-host,
Nick. And it's a spooktacular episode.
Oh, Halloween!
I just made that term up. No, so
right.
if you hear that's trademark now.
Trademark it.
If you hear spooktacular, anywhere.
I don't think it's ever been printed out.
That's
anything.
An original me.
Yeah, you should put that on a flyer for an event or something.
Yeah, spooktacular. It just come. These things come to me,
Rate it, Nick. How are you, mate?
I'm doing fine. It's been a. I'm doing fine.
Yeah, it's sort of like this point of Rona banter year of 2020. Yeah.
It's got to the point where you got the jokes about. I'm like, what did you do in 2020? It's like it's done.
Fuck all. Yeah, it's a flat.
You don't make jokes about it anymore.
Because that's how I see what you've been up to.
We can all make jokes about it, but we're all better than that, so we're not going to make jokes about it anymore.
Right.
Because everyone's done all the jokes.
Yeah.
Be original.
Okay.
Stop making jokes about it.
Yeah. We'll do something else. We will discuss Halloween films on this Halloween edition of our film podcast.
The Spooktacular.
Spooktacular. Spook. I'm trying to think. Can we spin that any other way? Spook. No,
you can't.
You do the puns today. I'll be the sideman. So yeah, just so you know, on today's Spooktacular edition, trademark hashtag register. What's the thing? The R. I don't know. We are discussing sort of a bit of a medley, but mainly like the Evil Dead, Sam Raimis' Evil Dead with Bruce Campbell, bit on Bruce Campbell, and then later on a little bit of Multiverses because I've got a beautiful segue. Beautiful. It's media people out there. You've never seen a segue like what I've come up with for today's podcast. And
people who own Segways.
Yeah.
I've not seen a Segway.
The founder,
he fell off a cliff.
The inventor of Segway fell off his Segway into a cliff and died.
Because he was trying to prove to everyone how quickly he could stop a Segway, and he just went straight off a cliff.
I mean, as a beautiful allegory, that's a bit like the Frankie Boyle joke where he says, I thought Steve Jobs' death was a fitting metaphor for his company's attitude to battery life, which is a terrible joke. But anyway, there you go. You've thrown me off already. Yeah.
Movie news.
Yeah, segues later into Multiverses. Hold that thought. I'll get onto that later. And then Nick is the horror guy here, and I'm your idiot who thinks he knows more than he actually does when he comes to do a podcast where he has to actually tell you who was in the film or whatever. I've got a strong opinion.
We both share that view. We share that role.
Yeah, but I would say
I'm more a horror guy though.
I've got a formal education apparently in this kind of thing. However, I didn't really pay attention then. So, whereas you actually care. No, I'm joking. I do care. But Nick is the horror fan here. He's the real aficionado compared to me, because I've avoided quite a lot of horror films really. But I'm trying to get back into it. Saw the original Halloween last week.
It's a fucking big film.
And I watched the original. Friday. Is that the one with Freddy Krueger?
Freddy Krueger's Nightmare.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Sorry. Oh yeah, of course I know that. But I'll watch all the original ones and then I'll start on all the franchises and let you know my take as the sort of average Joe with this genre of music film. So, starting off, before I get onto a bit of film news, I guess broadly speaking, what do you like about Halloween or like horror films in general, Nick?
Well, Halloween.
Are you a Halloween fan of the holiday, first off?
Would love Halloween.
Yeah.
If we were in a better location.
Because if we were in America?
Well, yeah, in America. Because in England, no one really gives a fuck about Halloween.
Yeah.
We have parties.
I'm so happy that coronavirus has happened because Halloween is my strangers knocking at your door asking for treats.
See, I've never had that.
Have you not?
No.
We don't get it here, but like used to live in a more like family friendly like neighbourhood. I'm not in the ghetto, by the way, people. I'm not like fucking
in the ghetto.
Not like this isn't training day. And I am not the Denzel Washington of Holland on Sea. Let me just tell you that. I might want to be, but No, yeah, and so yeah, for me, like I get anxiety about Halloween. My mum hates it, and she's made me hate it. So that's pretty much it. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Halloween. I like spooks.
I mean, I'm gonna get a pumpkin this year.
I like being spooky.
Yeah.
Being spooked.
Yeah, you just...
The spooky spooks.
For fuck's sake.
I like the spooks. I like all that stuff.
Is your favourite rapper Spook Dog?
Turn this off. Turn this off. I'm going home. How dare you?
I'll now go and kill myself because that was terrible. Sorry, Spook Dog. Although he's called himself Snoop Lion and done a fake Jamaican thing, so like he could do a Halloween edition of that'd be quite good. Halloween edition of like Gin and Juice.
I kind of hate how much that isn't awful.
Yeah,
I could actually see him doing a
Spook Dog. He's doing the Just Eat adverts.
He is.
He's a sellout, mate. As much as I love you, Snoop. Oh fuck it.
Spook.
I'm losing the will.
Spook Dog.
I don't know what words are anymore. Anyway, so what do you like about Halloween, mate? Sorry, I didn't.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of the whole macabre nature. Horror films are some of my favourite films because they kind of hit a primal instinct in people. Right. You know, they tend to reflect the views of the world at the time.
That is an interesting point because I was thinking about this, right, as an outsider and someone that like reads up on the industry, but obviously you come from a more like passion fan based love of this genre.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like the biggest horror films have been by like Jordan Peele and like with Asian cinema as well. Like that's the sort of I was thinking like there's definitely a political, social element to the most popular versions of horror now that are coming through with more like, you know, different stories, like more the black experience, etc. So I think that's quite interesting in how they do reflect.
Yeah, horror films have always been like a reflection of what is currently going on in America because most horror films are from America, and it always kind of tends to reflect what's going on. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre happened when there was a massive like depression crisis in
there's a lot of South. 70s like cult massacres and stuff. Jonestown.
There's a bunch of there was like every time. Most horror films tend to reflect a period of time in which they were made, and at the moment it's highly political. So most horror films tend to be political.
Yeah,
like you got like films like Red State, which is just about a bunch of like Baptist people killing people.
Yeah,
and
would you call that Upgrade film I mentioned the other week to you a horror film? Technically, it's a body horror film at the very end.
Upgrade's a fucking action film for me. Yeah. None of that scares me. It's just sick combos.
Yeah.
I love that film. That film's so good.
Yeah, it is a good film. I don't know, there are elements of body horror and a bit of... It is quite gory. Like, me as
it is proper gory.
As a wit.
When the dude shoves the knife through the guy's, jaw, that is brutal. I love that film.
Yeah. Oh, alright. You're bringing it back to me. Yeah. So, right. What are your favourite horror films, mate?
Favourite horror films? Friday the 13th as a franchise, I adore. It is not good. That is a terrible film franchise. Yeah. And I love every shitty moment of it. Okay. Every film, they're so bad.
Because there's an element of trashiness to horror.
Most horror is pretty trashy. Horror is a trashy genre.
But that's what appeals to me about it. Like, as you know, like with what I'm up to, like trying to attempt to write something in this genre, it's sort of like I realised how much of the rest of pop culture kind of has adopted the tropes of horror. Like obviously, biggest thing at the moment, Stranger Things. Like Jesus, like that is a homogenised franchise from all these other things, you know. But also like just music. Like obviously, like Thriller was the biggest pop song of all time, doing the zombie stuff, and I just was like, oh yeah. Yeah. So it regurgitates itself. They, you know, like horror films reflect the world, and then the world with pop culture and our music and everything goes, oh yeah, I'll have some of that, and then they make a load of money out of it. Yeah, there you go.
That's what it is.
End of the podcast. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been great.
I'm only joking. I'm only joking. So this last couple of weeks in the film world, if you haven't heard, there's a controversy with MGM and bloody James Bond again, with 2 marketing delays. They owe £1 million a month in interest on not putting out this thing, which is so James Bond. You're not a big James Bond guy, but like it's at the centre of this ridiculous argument that there's all this backlog of movies, and now becoming a point where, so if you haven't heard, MGM tried to sell the rights to other studios to license it out to go and sell it for, to go and release it and then make a profit. But essentially, it was ridiculous. They wanted like $650 to $800 million, and it's just the sort of centre of the coronavirus stuff. Movie theatres shutting down, whether or not, because they won't sell it to a streamer because James Bond is too luxury for it to just be put on a streaming platform, according to the producers.
I get that. He drives BMWs. Yeah, that's not
Aston Martins now.
Aston
BMWs
Martins.
was 90s.
I like that.
Briefly went. He drinks Heineken and he wears is it Rolex? I can't remember the watch brand that's sponsored. Anyway,
he drinks Heineken.
Heineken now sponsor the thing, which is retarded because surely it should be Martini. At least, do you know what I mean? I mean, it should be Bumblebee. # safe beer.
He shouldn't drink beer.
No, yeah.
James Bond should not drink.
No, it's the official sponsor of James Bond is Heineken, Aston Martin. I remember there being a boat brand that goes along with that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is that this is the centre of the row over the coronavirus situation and whether or not we're ever going to be able to go back to cinemas properly. We shall see, but that's kind of silly. Sad news, Jeff Bridges has cancer. That's very sad. The Tron actor, obviously, infamous guy, legend, the Big Lebowski. So that's not cool. What else is in the news? Let's see. So we've got.
But one thing I did notice was that all these films that will be able to go to cinemas. You know what is going to cinemas? Cats and Dogs 3.
Is it?
Cats and Dogs 2, and that is truly horrifying. That not only is it going to cinemas.
Oh, is that the one that
there were two sequels?
Where they're like spies.
Yeah, they're spies.
I went to the cinema to see the first one.
I went to cinemas. I think I went to cinemas to see the first one. Jeez. There were two sequels to that.
Yeah.
But this time, Cats and Dogs they're working together.
Will they get against reptiles, or do you know?
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, there isn't.
It was just on my YouTube ad, and I was like, I've never been so angry, and yet watched an entire advert on YouTube. Like, I could have skipped it, and I kept on watching it. I was like so annoyed.
Wow. I don't really know. Yeah. That's not my bag, really. I'm less of a fan. Anyway, there's not a lot of film news going on. Spider-Man 3 started filming. Tom Holland's in. What else is he in?
The Devil in Us. Or the Devil
Devil in Us, and that one that's made from a game. They released photos of him as this bloke from this game, Uncharted.
He's in Uncharted.
He's the main character in Uncharted.
He's Nathan Drake in Uncharted.
Yeah, apparently
he does not have a Nathan Drake vibe.
5'7" Tom Holland, and then it's like, isn't the main geezer meant to be like 6 foot?
Well, he's supposed to be like
something.
He does.
Also, he's meant to be like 40, isn't he?
It depends on when he is.
Sorry,
in the first one, he's back in his like late 20s, early 30s.
Right.
Thief's End, he's about late 40s. But Tom Holland is not Nathan Drake.
Okay.
Nathan Fillion is Nathan Drake, and he's old. But
right.
That's. Listen, I'm not talking about video games.
Done. Yeah, not my world, but that is news. That is what's going on in the world right now.
# not my Nathan Drake.
Yeah. To Jeff Bridges, I hope you make a full recovery, mate. To the dude, there you go. So, just briefly before we get into the Evil Dead and stuff, I wanted to talk about a couple of films I've seen lately that have come out. The Trial of the Chicago 7. Have you heard of that, Nick?
Yes, it's got Sacha Baron Cohen in it. Is this what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and it's got Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
And the guy who plays, he's in a wheelchair. He's the smartest man in the world. Eddie Redmayne.
Oh, yes.
Eddie Redmayne's in a wheelchair and he's the smartest man in the world.
Yes, he's in it as well. They're both doing American accents. Sacha Baron Cohen is doing a Jewish New York accent, and he plays a stand-up comedian. And Eddie Redmayne's doing basically Christian Bale's Batman, or when he's like, I can't fight the Joker because whatever. It's just stilted, trying to be gruff,
like nondescript American.
Sacha Baron Cohen, for me, I fucking saw Borat the other day. Brilliant. We'll come on to do. I think we should do a Borat podcast anyway. Love the guy, but he ruined the reality of the film for me because his accent is it's wow. It's like whoa. I was like, every scene that he's talking, I'm like, it's Sacha Baron Cohen because he's so famous as a person. and not as an actor in perhaps theatrical films. Like, to me, this is how I'd class Sacha Baron Cohen. A genius, and he's like a comedy terrorist or a comedy spy. Because that's what he does in Borat, doesn't he? He ostensibly, like, it's amazing. The performance in that, amazing. But I'm just saying, he kind of, like, messed with the reality of how much I could buy into how authentic it felt.
I was like that with Sacha Baron Cohen, but then I watched a film with him, or I think it's a TV series on Netflix. Mm-hmm. I think it's called The Spy.
Okay.
Where he like infiltrates Mossad, and that really shifted my opinion on him.
Okay,
now I really like him.
It's just that film. It was kind of like he's doing such a zany, interesting performance that after the initial few scenes, I went, all right, look, if we're gonna roll with this, and it was fine. But it's court scenes where because there's nobody else talking, there's no sound much else in the background. It's just it kind of was emphasised for me.
Just Sacha Baron Cohen in like them court meets, but he's still wearing a mankini for like no reason. It just ruins the scene.
I imagine he just wears that underneath anyway.
Well, we all do.
Yeah, of course.
In a way.
Metaphorically.
Yeah, metaphorically, aren't we all wearing a mankini to hide our true selves?
Okay. Any films you've seen lately, Nick, of notable attention?
I've seen a few films. They're not necessarily good. One film I did watch recently was A Cure for Wellness.
Oh, I've heard of that.
It's got the Green Goblin from The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, what? You mean...
Dana, something. But that film...
Wait, what? Hang on.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I thought we were talking about... Who's that bloke that's a very famous actor that plays the Green Goblin?
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe.
It's not Willem Dafoe.
Right,
that's in Spider-Man, directed by Sam Raimis.
Oh.
But in The Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield.
Oh, yes.
In the second one.
I haven't seen any of them. I didn't like Andrew Garfield.
Well, basically...
Andrew Garfield reminds me of, like, Andy Murray.
He's a terrible Spider-Man.
Boring.
No,
he's like... He listens to Avicii, and you know, he goes, like, fucking...
Cella? Goes to Cella?
Yeah, he'll go... He's like... He'll go to a V festival, not Reading and Leeds. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I watched this film and it goes...
It's like... your point,
that's like... So, A Cure for Wellness, it's like... You know Shutter Island? You know how it ends?
Yeah.
It's like, what if they can... It's like 2.5 hours long. Don't need to be 2.5 hours long. And there's a point where it's like... It's what if Shutter Island kept on going...
Yeah.
Like an hour afterwards?
Yeah.
It's a very good film. It's beautiful. But fuck me, don't need to be that long.
Yeah. Okay.
I would not recommend anyone watch it purely because it's so long, but I really liked it.
Rate that.
Yeah.
I might check that out. Other things I've seen recently, Star Trek Discovery Season 3, first episodes are out. I checked that. It was very, very good. I'm very impressed with that. I've been recommending that series to loads of people lately because I forgot how good it was and it hasn't been out. I watched it all up until the season. I don't know if you've seen it, but
no, I'm a TNG guy.
Oh, I know, but it is very good.
I'm a Trekkie. Yeah. Use the Force, you know.
Good old Gandalf. Yeah. And the what is he? Headmaster of Hogwarts. That's it. Yeah. Cool. That's very good. And I recommended it to you. I don't know if you saw my message. Blood of Zeus. It's
you mentioned that
series, anime. I don't know who's done it. You know more about anime, but it was gory and it was moody and it deals with like, it goes there. It's very interesting. It's basically like Hera and Zeus are just getting a divorce, but at the hands of all of mankind, and it's
like because Zeus rapes people like when he's having a
Zeus
good
is
day.
the ultimate fuckboy of ancient Greece. Like, let's be real. Like, he's like, I can do what I want, but he shouldn't because he's. But
half of Greek mythologies, and Zeus fucking rapes someone, and again, but he's a goose this time.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ, Zeus, get your shit together.
Yeah. Why?
This is why everyone hates you.
Yeah, he doesn't help himself, but I would also recommend that because it's very well produced. One thing about it, which blew me away, was the music. They've got like a full-on orchestra doing the proper like epic orchestral choir stuff. But it doesn't stop. And I decided to binge watch all 11 episodes in a row. No. So I watched 4 hours of this thing. And after a while, you're like, I can't handle the choir music anymore. It's just like, it's like I'm in church and I didn't volunteer for that kind of shit, you know. Anyway, news and recent movies, recommendations done.
Over with, done. Don't talk about it again.
We move on to the epic franchise that is The Evil Dead, directed and produced by Sam Raimi and starring Bruce Campbell,
the Axeman,
yeah, and Chainsaw Geezer, Groovy, yeah,
Groovy.
That's his catchphrase.
Yes,
I'm not doing it with any conviction, but Groovy. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
That's a bit like that was the Masked Smokies. Oh, I'm sorry.
They're basically it's the same sort of vibe.
They've got the same alpha comedy vibe. Yeah. So, to explain, how do you explain what the Evil Dead is? So, they're
guys in the cabin. Find a book. It summons demons.
Yeah, the what is it?
The Necronomicon.
Necronomicon. That's it. I can never pronounce it right when I'm trying to.
Klaatu Barada, mate.
Yeah, that's it. So they rehearse some of the Necronomicon. Sorry, I can't get my words out today. And essentially, yeah. So a bunch of couples rock up to a cabin, find this evil book, release the evil dead that be within them lands, and then like shit goes to hell, and it's like this mad gore fest horror film. But I must say, before we get onto more detail about it, the interesting thing that I was trying to explain to someone the other day was the first and second film are essentially the same film.
They're the same, yeah, they are the same.
But the second one is like a remake of the first with more special effects.
Well, yeah, because it's interesting because the first film has the it's the 5 people, but in the second one because it's like the first 5 minutes is a retelling of that,
right?
But it's just 2 people, so it ignores because in the first one it's Ash, played by Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
His sister, his girlfriend, and the other couple.
Yeah.
But when he retells, but in the second one, it gets rid of the sister and the other couple, so it's just Ash and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
So it's like just like, okay, we can't ignore all this. This is the second one.
Yeah.
And I think I'm in love with these films.
Yeah, I think they're amazing. Like obviously for the time. If you haven't seen any of the Evil Dead, the special effects and the way they did it, a bit like a few weeks back when I talked about Dark Crystal, they build like a hidden floor so that in the scenes that you're seeing, particularly with the hand, I believe, like when the 7 hands moving about and he's trying to fight that, when he's fighting himself with the chainsaw and everything, all of this and the witch that comes from the basement, like there's a behind the scenes documentary on it, and they sort of show you how Sam Raimi built all of these actual like running tracks through the set so that they could achieve the shots that they did because they had no money doing these.
Oh yeah, like, the first film was under 500,000.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. I know they didn't have any money, but just the way that the one central theme I go back to with all franchises that are good, from Matrix to Terminator, RoboCop, and now with Evil Dead, is that they were ambitious. And all of them were ambitious on whatever budgets they got, be it $100 million with bullet time in the Matrix to just a couple of $100,000, and being able to innovate in a new way that then, you know, Sam Raimi is now a massive film producer and director. You know, he's a serious Hollywood director. He did the Spider-Man trilogy. He's just been, that's the interesting bit that I didn't feature in the news. I'm an idiot. Sam Raimi is directing the new Spider-Man
Ignore that
3.
Stuff we said about no more film news.
Yeah,
we're back on
more
film news.
We're back on film news because of the Evil Dead. Yeah, so Sam Raimi is going to be the director on the now shooting Spider-Man 3.
I thought he was in Doctor Strange.
Oh wait, yeah, maybe it's Doctor Strange.
He's directing Doctor Strange.
The Multiverse of Madness. All right, I got that wrong. Don't know. He's directing one of them, people. All right, I know something, but I don't have my script in front of me. We're ad-libbing this. I'm like the Larry David of podcasts. We have a beginning and an end, and I just go off on one until we get to like over an hour of talking to each other.
Yeah.
No, sorry about that. So yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on the Evil Dead in general, mate?
I fucking love these films so much.
Me
these
too.
films are fucking. These films are amazing
because it's enough gore that I feel like you're able to remove yourself. I don't like intimate. Like I don't like when you feel like someone's really fragile. Like I don't like that. Like I feel like at least these films don't like when something's like I can't explain it. Like the coldness of like Blade Runner kind of thing. When someone's getting murdered, like I don't know, I can't really explain it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm quite squeamish. Whereas there's a cartoonish element to this.
I'm a gore hound.
I know.
I fucking love my like brutal films. Like, I'm a big fan of like. I can appreciate, not even because I'm like, yeah, gore. It's just like I love the effects and I love how they do all this stuff.
But do you know about the use of colour in the blood with Evil Dead 2? Is that basically, so Sam Raimi tried to like would make up all of these things so it gets like the blood just gets more darker and darker, like
as the more corrupted,
and all this stuff, and it's like that's a really interesting thing, like to the subtlety of that and being able to, kind of like put that into the mind of the audience without you genuinely like sort of thinking about it. They're like subtle things, like to sort of do that I wouldn't have picked up on. I like the film and pick up on these details, but until you point these things out, you're like, oh, that's how you get people more and more into the aesthetic. So yeah, like that's kind of interesting with the first couple of films, but the third film goes off the fucking chain, mate. So Necronomicon, the book of the dead, and he goes through it in the second, and then at the end of the second film, we see Ash get walloped into this vortex, this giant rubbery evil tree thing, isn't it? And it's like, and he draws him into it, and then
with his car,
and then he goes, and then you're like, oh, well, they're obviously not going to go to some ridiculous place where they send him back, like, because I thought he should go to hell, but he doesn't go to hell. He goes to like medieval England, didn't he?
He doesn't go to medieval England because
it's like another medieval realm.
He goes into a realm because they've got deadites. Because they have deadites. Because we haven't talked about deadites.
Hang on, go on.
Because I fucking love deadites.
What's a deadite?
A deadite is what they become when they're possessed. That is the name of the possessed being.
Yeah, because it's not a proper. It's not like they're just zombies.
No, because
they're
like
supernaturally possessed as well as decomposing.
It's weird because it's unique in the fact that not only are they zombies, they're also massive arseholes.
Yeah,
and they just kind of fuck with you.
Yeah,
and I really like that. Where like a guy's like. There's a difference between getting like killed by a zombie and being killed by a zombie that is actively giving you shit.
Yeah, got attitude. It's like the meme of that little kid in the thing. It's not enough for me to be successful, but to see others fail.
Yeah,
like they're just the wankers of the horror world. Like just like, oh yeah, fuck you. By the way,
yeah.
Not only am I going to murder you, but I'm going to call you names as well.
Yeah,
which I like that as well. Actually, I like the attitude of the ones. Particularly, I think they do that quite a bit more. The sarcasm and stuff in number 2.
Because in one is
one's got less of a dialogue to it. I think.
Well, yeah, because Evil Dead is like the franchise is now like a horror comedy.
Yes,
but that in the first film, like everyone goes, oh, Evil Dead, it's like kind of a comedy. But it's not a comedy until the second one. The second one's funny. The first one, the funniest thing that happens is a girl gets raped by a tree. It's not a funny film at all.
No, that's right. Okay.
It's not until the second film where they start having humour. Like the first film, Ash doesn't quip. Ash is like just terrified and shit. He's freaking out. His mates are dying. In this, like he doesn't say groovy,
right?
Until the second film.
No.
Like that's when he starts doing quips. Until then, he's like the first film is like a horror. Is a straight up horror.
Yeah, I mean, so the original film was actually banned in a load of countries. That Mary Waterhouse, the famous 80s woman that went around saying that all these video games and films and stuff.
I don't know what this is.
Do you know what Mary Waterhouse is? So Mary Waterhouse was
I wasn't conscious until like 2004, and that's because I finished Resident Evil.
Okay, so the original was released in 1981, and both were. It was banned in Finland, Ukraine, and Singapore.
The big three.
Where else? But yeah, Mary Waterhouse campaigned to get it banned in America. She was this famous woman that just came along and said that we're corrupting our children. You know, somebody please think of the children. And so yeah, that was one of the films she campaigned against, and it actually got banned in a load of places. So
that makes sense. They ban a lot of shit.
Yeah, but then obviously, talking about the evolution of the franchise, is you can't ignore that without Bruce Campbell's career and his particular niche of acting style as the king of the B movie. Which would you say?
Can I just briefly interrupt?
Yeah, sorry.
Because we're talking about the humour and all that stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
In the first film, it starts up. It's not funny at all. Second film, there's a bit of jokes. It's a bit quippy.
Yep.
Third film, that is borderline Looney Tunes-esque.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like he's moulding his face and like stretching his ears out, and there are little ashes running around. That film becomes a farce.
Yeah.
And I fucking love it.
I still like it. Yeah, I still really like it. And that's sort of how I, so... Yeah, Bruce Campbell has made a career out of the overacting, what is it called when he's doing the hand thing? It's that. It's like when he's acting with himself but against himself. There's a term for it somewhere.
I've not heard that term, but
Royal Shakespeare Company hit me up with the terms. Get back to me. Thanks, Will. Yeah, and so Bruce Campbell, we have to sort of briefly mention like ridiculous scenes in. Even the second one with like the moose head and all the things moving and the psychedelic nature of that and the hand and the fight in the hand, the way they integrated that with the set design with the fake floors and everything, like they pull it off really well. And then his entire career is like just crazy. But was it Bubba Hotep?
Bubba Hotep.
Yeah, Bubba Hotep, where he's playing Elvis. But there's loads of mad Bruce Campbell films. They're all B movie horror. Like he specifically makes B movies.
Well,
he's the B movie guy.
Because because Bruce Campbell itself, he's not made that many films really.
No, not that many, but
like he like the main films. If you looked at his like known for page, it would be The Evil Dead and then Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
because Sam Raimi always has them in his films.
Does he?
Well, yeah, because people thought if they did a Spider-Man 4, it was going to turn out he was Mysterio. Because in the first one, I think he's a waiter. No, in the first one,
you've got cameos like
in the first one, he's a wrestling announcer.
Yes.
In the second one, I think he's the guy. I think he's either a waiter or he's at he works at the theatre company,
right,
where Mary Jane is at.
Okay.
And whatever he is, he does the other one in the third film.
Yeah.
So everyone thought he was going to be Mysterio because he's
cool.
like, oh, he's
in the universe.
I'm in the universe, and I'm Mysterio. I'm Quentin Beck. I know the fucking names of this shit. I'm Quentin Beck.
You're a Spider-Man aficionado.
I played a lot of the video games.
You're a true believer. Welcome.
But other than that, like, he's not really known. Like, other than Bubba Hotep and the best TV show ever made, is Chuck Finley in Burn Notice.
All right, I have not seen that.
I fucking love that show so much.
What's it about?
It's about a spy who got burned. I'm not going to tell you.
Alright, I'll Google it.
I fucking love that show. But other than that, like, Bruce Campbell and the Evil Dead TV show.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that because I started watching that as well recently, and it's really good. And they keep that original aesthetic as well.
Yeah, because also I think that is... It's really weird because I think the Evil Dead films, it ignores the first one. But Evil Dead, the show, ignores the second and third film.
Right.
Because I don't think he never mentions going in the past, and I don't think...
Yeah, what happens at the end of Evil Dead 3? Does he...
He mentions go back, because he goes back to the Kmart.
Right.
S-Mart. Think, be smart. Shop S-Mart.
Oh, yeah, very good.
So he goes back to S-Mart, and then he's, like, talking. But in the TV show, he's talking about how his sister died, and his sister only dies in the first film.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they can play about it as much as they want because it's all fucking ridiculous. Yeah. But
Bruce Campbell, he's not been in many films. I can't really think.
No,
not that I've watched.
But I think like he's the only person I've seen like in terms of B movies has carved out an actual career as doing that. Do you know what I mean? Like he's not been in anything really commercially, anything else that's commercially successful. So. Interesting stuff. Go check out Bubba Hotep if you didn't know. It's a bombastic film. It really, I can't even be bothered to explain it. He plays an Elvis impersonator.
Is he fighting a mummy?
There's a mummy in it. It's like a Shaolin kind of like spirit thing as well. To be honest, I think it's probably been at least 10 years since I've seen it.
That's an old film. I remember that one that was like reviewed in Empire magazine. And I was like, this looks like shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
and now I'm an old man and I can watch it and be like, yeah, it was shit.
Yeah, it was
I like
shit,
it, but it was definitely shit.
Interestingly, am I allowed to do my segue
now? Go forward off that cliff.
Yay! So segueing, it's the Evil Dead franchise created by Sam Raimi, starring Bruce Campbell. Also, so then Sam Raimi, like I say, the innovation, I think, in the industry, once you've made something interesting, some people have seen, Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 weren't massive commercial successes.
Well, the first one was a huge success.
Oh, was it? Oh,
the first one, I think because it was made for
it's got to be quite successful if people were trying to get it banned.
No, but it was done for less than 500,000, and I'm not entirely sure. It made, I think it was like 30 million.
Right.
Something like that. It was like a business.
But we won't.
And we won't look it up.
Okay.
It takes
Don't
literally...
look up yourselves. What do you think you're doing? We're not doing all the work for you.
The time it takes me to Wikipedia Evil Dead, 10 seconds. I'm not going to do it because
your
my
thumbs
phone's
are faster than my brain.
My phone's off.
Yeah.
So, but I know it made money, and it was because that's one of the because that made Sam Raimi like it was one of the first big indie films. It was like this guy can actually he's a director.
Yeah. So fuck the 90s. Forget about that. Can't be bothered to look up what he did in between. Then he ends up doing Spider-Man.
Oh,
what?
One just very quick.
Go on.
He before I forget, because we're not going to mention Evil Dead. The Evil Dead remake is one of the few films that made me. I love horror films. It made me turn it off because I hate eye shit. Like people fucking with an eye.
Oh yeah.
There's a bit where someone's trying to I think it's a syringe into someone's eye.
Right. That's disgusting.
And I can't do eye stuff at all.
How old were you when you saw it though?
Well, Evil Dead remake was about 7 years ago.
Right.
So I was about...
Oh, what, 2013?
Yeah. I was
Is
about
it good then? I haven't seen it.
It's actually really good. I really like that film.
Because I think I've got confused in the last few years, and I didn't know about it because I think I read about it, went, oh yeah, I watched that, right? For whatever reason, didn't see it. What platform is it on?
Platform?
What is it on Netflix or anything, or is it just?
Might have been something. I watched it years back.
Yeah. So the issue is, I think I heard about that. Went, oh yeah, I'll check that out someday. A couple of years later, now they've got the TV show, and I've confused the TV show with the remake. So is Bruce Campbell in the remake?
He's in the I think he's after credit sequence.
Oh really? What? So what? So it's like a scary actual remake.
There is no humour in it at all. It is a proper gore film.
Okay.
Like someone hacks their arm off and stuff. It's brutal. He also directed Drag Me to Hell.
Yes. Yeah, that was mid-90s, wasn't it?
Which is an underrated horror film.
Okay.
I really love that film. It is the proper level of goofy.
Is that with Johnny Depp?
No,
that's
it's
from Hell. That's from Hell.
That's from Hell. That is about Jack the Ripper. Drag Me to Hell. It's got
is that the one with the beheaded horse rider?
No, that's Sleepy Hollow. That is also Johnny Depp. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah. Right.
It is got it's got Justin Long.
Right.
He's like a side character, but it's for me that is a perfect high money B movie.
Right.
The vomit effects alone are worth the admission. That film is Italian kiss on an okay sign.
2009.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you. My executive producers just said it's good. Drag Me to Hell, underrated film. I feel like it's kind of not given enough credit.
Okay.
Drag Me to Hell, great film. Love it. Good effects. Good story. Fucking dumb as fuck. I love it.
But is it is it proper gore like the new remake?
I wouldn't say it's gory. It's not a gory film at all. Drag Me to Hell is more comedy.
Okay.
Than horror.
Because
the Evil Dead remake, I think he might have just produced it. He did not direct it.
Yeah. I can tell it doesn't have the same aesthetic then with all the puppets and stuff.
No. Drag Me to Hell was puppets for days. I can't remember if the goat head's puppet or if it's CGI based.
I don't want to. Yeah, all right. Well, I'll research this. Yeah.
Also, he did produced Don't Breathe, which is a good film, and he produced The Grudge 2020 remake, which is fucking awful.
Yeah.
But that was just a money thing.
I'm not watching that.
Yeah,
so Sam Raimi then went on to become obviously a major Hollywood producer and director, doing the Spider-Man trilogy. Now he's doing Multiverse of Madness with Doctor Strange, not Spider-Man 3 to clarify. And my segue that he's
forwards and backwards only.
Major Spider-Man director, and rebooted Spider-Man effectively for the modern age, and they were pretty good films with Tobey Maguire and that. Some terrible, we don't talk about Spider-Man 3.
I like Spider-Man 3.
You like it?
I appreciate it.
Were you into My Chemical Romance at the time?
Yes. Does that mean anything?
No.
Who wasn't?
Pass me your eyeliner.
I'm not okay. 3 Cheers to Sweet Revenge is a good album. I will die by that. That is a hill I'm willing to die on. That's a good album.
Alright, fine. But my segue is to the new, current, mad stuff of him directing Multiverse of Madness and the concept of multiverses and Sam Raimi's input in that. Obviously, in the Evil Dead franchise, like we already said, 2 is a bit of a remake of 1. The TV show is like they ignore 2 and 3.
3 has nothing to do with anything else.
No, 3 has nothing to do with anything else. And so therefore, like, Sam Raimi is probably quite well adept at being the guy to direct Multiverse of Madness, which is going to introduce the idea. So apparently, Tobey Maguire and... Yes, sir?
I put my hand up. Real quick, because I feel like otherwise I'll forget about this.
Go
on. There is a scene in Spider-Man 2 where Doc Ock, he's unconscious, he's on the hospital bed.
Oh yeah, it's a really good horror
and bit, that is Sam Raimi.
Yeah.
That is the most Sam Raimi scene I've ever seen in my life.
It's really
good. Because it follows... Like the big Evil Dead shot is the going through the woods.
Yeah.
And this
shot creeps through the land.
And it's... Because in Spider-Man 2, it follows the view of the tentacles.
Yeah.
As grab people, and I love that he's like, listen, I'm gonna. If you want me to make this film, I'm gonna have something terrifying.
Yeah.
And that film is amazing.
That is the most terrifying scene in like, it is really well done.
I would say that is the scariest Marvel scene, and that includes Blade 1 and 2. That is the scariest Marvel scene ever.
100%.
I don't want to forget about that.
I remember that. That's notable because someone I saw that on social media recently. So he's now directing this Multiverse of Madness with Doctor Strange, which is going to introduce Jamie Foxx's Electro again as a different version of Electro, right? And so the next phase of Marvel, and obviously I've talked about it previously with Batman and the Flashpoint Paradox storyline, which DC is going to adopt as the main thing. So at the end of the Batman trailer, you have the guy go, "You're a part of this," and he goes, "How am I a part of this? You'll see." And that might be a red herring, but I think that's got to do with this, the Flashpoint storyline, and that's the same as creating the Multiverse of Madness, whereby we've had lots of rumours that there will be a Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's version of Spider-Man alongside Tom Holland's Spider-Man, similar to the announcement, a much more concrete announcement. Michael Keaton was on Jimmy Fallon or something the other day, and they were like, "So you're going to be reprising the Batman thing?" And he's like, "We're in a lot." But Michael Keaton's Batman and Ben Affleck's Batman will be in a multiverse storyline with Robert Pattinson's Batman. So both Marvel and DC are lining up their most popular heroes to be in a multiverse story.
So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. They're getting Michael Keaton in. Yeah. They're not getting... Who gives a fuck about Michael Keaton?
I quite like...
Where's my boy, Val Kilmer? He better have a cameo at the very least.
Val Kilmer will be like...
Georgie Clooney. Where is it?
Where are the bat nipples at?
Adam West.
Do you know how fat Val Kilmer is now?
Yeah, he's cultivating mass.
He'll be Batman.
He's cultivating mass, right?
Batman
he's building mass, and he's gonna harvest.
He's gonna go through a cutting phase.
Then he's gonna cut. Then he'll be ripped. He's Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer will be back to his beautiful best.
Shout out to Val Kilmer.
Do you think Val Kilmer was a better Batman than Michael Keaton?
Oh God, no.
Right,
I just love Val Kilmer. He's just my guy. Like, Val Kilmer's my fucking guy.
Why is Val Kilmer your guy?
Because Kiss Kiss Bang Bang's a great film and not enough people watch it.
Kiss Bang Bang is a great film. Heat's a great film. But he was a shit
It's not
Batman.
as good as Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Do you not think?
Also, he was fine in Heat.
I mean, Heat was just too long. But anyway, we're not reviewing Heat. We're fucking talking about Multiverse.
Welcome to our review of Heat. Magazine.
40 minutes of Evil Dead conversation.
Yeah.
Listen, so, going to London, or whatever that bloody
Heat magazine.
Yeah, oh my god, as if we've been programmed by capitalism, people. Fucking don't believe it. I'm getting Alex Jones angry about it now.
It's a good thing I wear my Che Guevara t-shirt.
Yeah, thank you. I'm not. I'm wearing a fucking MTV top that's made out to be a burger. I'm the most corporate capitalist wanker you can possibly ever.
I'm wearing arseless chaps, which is just called chaps.
Yeah, can you just not be picking things up, please? Right, so Multiverses, yeah, and the plan. So we've had the last 5 years, last like late stage of Marvel and DC and all of this is playing with time. Yeah, so we get you know, Endgame has a way of playing with time. Other movies also have a similar plot line. Other films with time are available.
We just talking about Marvel.
No, DC does it as well.
Oh, DC. Oh,
probably.
I
mean, there were a lot of films. X-Men did it. Days of Future Past. It's a trope. It's a trope that a lot of franchises have dealt with lately. Okay, and so now that was a thing. I don't think DC really has time, ironically, to go back in time and play on that because it's been done. It's been done, right? And now they're both doing the multiverse thing with the Batman rumours, Spider-Man rumours. I mean, the fucking Doctor Strange title is called Multiverse of Madness, which would probably be a strong indicator that there will be different versions of all of our favourite characters.
Also, maybe it's just me. I feel like that's a H.P. Lovecraft reference.
Yes, very good.
I feel like that's going to go Cthulhu.
Back to the horror tropes.
That's going to be horror. Anything of Madness is Mountain of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
That's the famous story.
Yep.
I've never read it. I just know a lot about it.
I don't even know anything about it.
Oh, he's very racist.
Oh, right. Okay.
Like, borderline insanely racist.
Oh, yeah, I know about Lovecraft is racist.
But
yeah, I know about
he's got some fucking great stories.
Right.
But anything of Madness, I'm going to be like, is that Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Like, is that Cthulhu? But, you know what I mean? Like,
we'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, Doctor Strange is a good character to do it. I like I've said, I like the gothic sort of elemental stuff of the new Batman look. You know, even though begrudgingly don't want to admit that Robert Pattinson could be Batman.
I forgot you weren't on the Robert Pattinson hype train.
Yeah.
It was just me alone on that train, choo-choo.
Yeah.
Picking up no one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he looks very good in the trailer.
He looks great in a suit.
So, what is your overriding opinion on the multiverse concept coming of our big franchises, a la Sam Raimi et al? I can speak Latin.
I don't
care
about Marvel at all. I don't care about Marvel at all.
Yeah. I kind of think that it's kind of like they have nowhere else to go. I feel like they're writing themselves into a corner, and then you have to write yourself out again in comic books because, you know, all the characters have died and done everything a million times. It's like guitar riffs. Yeah, there's so many comic books. Do you know, there's a law in science which dictates now that there cannot be that every guitar riff ever has been written. Every sequence. I thought you were going to talk about
like comics, but there's a law in comics. There's a law in science about comics. I was like,
no, but like there's so many storylines over the last 100 years that like, is there an original trope?
Yeah, it's like Captain America's died a whole bunch.
Yeah,
Superman's. There's been death of Superman.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Sure. I like that. Yeah.
There's been. I think Batman's died a whole bunch. I think Batman used guns at one point. It's like people die.
His dad is in the Flashpoint Paradox as Thomas Wayne in the Flashpoint Paradox. In their multiverse, the Flashpoint happens. The Flash is in this alternative Gotham, and he has no powers. Right, his mum's alive, and in their reality,
not Flash.
Yeah.
Flash ties Is
his mum has to die. His mum dies when he
I
has the
don't
accident.
care about
Yeah,
Flash.
so no, I'm not a big Flash fan. But if they're using the Flash film, so they're going to use the Flash film to introduce these new Batmen.
Very
right?
gang.
Yeah, and so that'll be the Flashpoint Paradox story. And in this, it's Bruce got murdered. Bruce and his wife got murdered, and he's left. And he takes up he becomes Batman, but he's an alcoholic, whiskey drinking, gun toting Batman who's just fucking swearing. He's like got attitude, mate. So that'll be the Michael Keaton version. I guarantee it. That's Jason's pick for this week about what will happen in Multiverses. Michael Keaton will be an alcoholic, gun toting version of Batman. I bet you. So we're waiting for 1989.
If you got rid of the Batman, that would just be Michael Keaton in real life. Just an alcoholic, gun toting man.
I don't know. It's a bit out of order on Michael Keaton.
I don't even know if he's doing well.
He's doing fine.
I just thought that was a good diss.
He's doing better than you. I mean,
I just saw a good angle when I took
Remember the noughties when it was 50 Cent versus The Game, and now it's Michael Keaton versus Nick
The Game.
From
It's also The Game.
Oh, The Game is going to be in. Have you heard that? Is that a rumour? A Hollywood rumour?
Yeah. No,
The Game
that's
The Game plays the Riddler.
That's a Worldstar hip hop.
Yeah.
Rumour.
Because he's dressed as the Riddler the entire time, and then Batman cracks it, and he goes, "Hey."
Well,
He goes, "Hey, don't hate the player." Pulls off his mask. Hate the game. Well, he's like, because he's the game.
There was that. It was. I think it was Joker
you get
Gang.
it?
I got it.
All right, fine.
No, but there was Joker. I think it was Joker Gang. There was a guy just Joker, and he actually had beef with the guy dressed up as Batman.
Right.
I think it was Batman, like Goose Wayne.
Is this a real person?
I think it was Goose Wayne.
Rappers?
I think they became
battle rappers or what?
No, they just became
YouTube
rappers.
people.
The Joker Gang became a rapper. Right. It was Goose Wayne. It was definitely Goose Wayne.
He's quite good.
And him and Joker Gang had a fight, and Joker Gang beat the shit out of Goose Wayne.
I see.
That is not important. That's just something I watched happen in real time.
No, cool. So getting back to Multiverses. Really, they're doing it whether or not we like it or not, mate. I have to be honest with you. Like, our opinions, unfortunately, in this business decision and the global franchise of all superhero films, on both sides of the DC Marvel bullshit, they probably don't care what we think. I personally,
I have a lot of sway.
I'm interested.
I have a lot of sway in Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You and Kevin.
I make one phone call. I'm like, oi, don't like this. I'm blocked.
You are like the Joel Silver of Essex. You know, your fingers in every pie.
I don't know who that is.
Joel Silver, he's a big Hollywood producer. He's done every action film. He did Face Off, The Matrix.
The only producer I know is Weinstein.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, we hit a new low. Don't stop hiding it with a plant pot, Nick, you weirdo. Sorry, guys. Arseless chaps, they're not helping. So... Multiverses. Let's conclude. We've been talking about it too long. Multiverses are happening. Sam Raimi's a part of it. That's my beautiful segue. I know. You all sit there like, hang on a minute. QI's already a thing. Stephen Fry exists. How did he do this? I don't know myself. I woke up. Yeah, I had a dream. Went, he did Evil Dead. He's done Spider-Man. Multiverses are happening. Relevant. Topical. Yeah?
Love it.
Great. So, to test your horror skills, Nick, we have...
Which are very limited, I just want to point out.
Yeah, but you're the horror guy. You're the horror, anime, musical...
Okay, I'm not an anime or musical guy. That's something you make...
Tragic
That's
guy.
something you've added to me. I'm a horror guy. You probably like more musicals than I do.
I doubt it.
Do you like Aladdin?
Yes, I do, actually.
Do you like Lion King?
Yes.
Do you like The Little Mermaid?
I don't mind it.
Okay, then you like more musicals than I do, because I hate all those films.
Oh, man. What musicals do you like?
Literally, like, Jersey Boys, and that's it.
Do you reckon we could write a musical horror film?
It's already been done. It's called Stage Fright.
Oh, yeah, you said...
Yeah.
But,
It's
I mean,
Canadian.
just because it's been done, like, once...
You know, then you've lost your novelty. It's one of those things like if you lose your novelty of like, oh, it's like it's.
But what if we make it really good? What if it's like the music is actually really depressing as well?
Neither of us like musicals, so I don't think it'll be very good.
I'm trying to be more reasonable in my life.
Well, see, I mean, the anime guy, and I like 10. That's not an anime. That's not enough to be like, oh, this guy likes anime.
Yeah, but have you seen Elfin League?
No.
Oh man, yeah, see, I'm not happy.
That's my argument. Is that I've not seen.
I know. I'm just.
I've seen literally
Look,
maybe 7.
I'm not trying to tell everybody what you like based on what I know you like and what you've said.
You did call me the anime guy.
I'm basing it on how you look and how I've judged you as a person.
Do you know what? I completely accept that. I do look like a guy who would be really into anime.
Yeah.
And musicals, I completely accept that.
Yeah, MAGA. No.
It's pronounced hentai. Alright?
I was very good. No, I'm joking. Alright, you don't need to like anything to do this podcast. You can just say things. So that was Multiverses. The Multiverse. We should do a Multiverse.
You said we were going to do a thing because I'm the horror guy.
Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, we've done Multiverses. Right. The real moment I want to do here is to test Nick's horror/Halloween knowledge using my new powers as Chris Tarrant from Who Wants to Be a Halloween Heir? So
I was going to do Chris Tarrant from This Is Your Life.
Does he do This Is Your Life?
I think he did.
No, he didn't. No, mate. That
was Wogan. That was Terry Wogan.
No, it wasn't. This Is Your Life. The geezer with the red file.
Again, you're assuming I know a lot about these people.
He was mid-90s. Right. That is an entirely different conversation that we will get into another time. ITV, prime time, Saturday night. This Is Your Life. Who did This Is... Oh, my God. This has nothing to do with
that was Terry Wogan.
No, mate.
What did Terry Wogan do?
The presenter of This Is Your Life was Eamon Andrews from 1954 to 1964. From 1960
you can't say it was that guy
because
because
Michael Aspel's quite famous, and then Trevor McDonald did it. Okay. Anyway, it wasn't Wogan. It wasn't the other bloke.
What did Wogan do then?
Hang on.
Okay, give me the quiz.
Hang on. Hello, Nick.
Thanks for sharing this last minute.
Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Halloween Heir? You have 20 questions to earn fuck all money, but you're trying to do yourself justice.
Yep.
Try and be logical, try and be fair to yourself, take your time if you need to. Don't take too much time because we are doing a piece of media that
do I have the the bonuses, like can I phone a friend?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck all, mate. This is horror. This is you live or you die.
This is real fucking
Are
life.
you the last girl?
Final girl. It's final girl.
The final girl, whatever.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Alright.
Or not, it depends.
Do you want to be referred to as Nick during this, or do you want a spooktacular name?
Call me Jason.
Fuck's sake. Alright, Jason. Question 1. Are you ready?
Just call me Nick.
Yeah, no, let's not get weird. We're not role playing.
I don't want to confuse you.
Yeah, don't want to confuse the audience. Question 1. Which country celebrates Day of the Dead?
That's Mexico.
Hang on. We've got a procedure here, mate. Number 1, Mexico.
Yes.
Number 2, Spain.
Let's go with Mexico.
Number 3, Venezuela.
Mexico. Was that right? That was just a guess.
Hang on. Hang on. Is that your final answer?
Yes. It's not clicking.
That is correct!
No doubt. No. Gwen Stefani's band.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt.
Where's the next one? Oh, right. Hang on. Oh, I ballsed it up again, haven't I?
That's right.
Right. We'll do that one. Oh, no, we won't. We'll leave that. We'll get moody and mute. Oh, yeah. Question 2. Who played Carrie White in the 1976 film Carrie? This is hard because I haven't seen that yet.
Give me the names.
Right. 1.
Is one from Sissy Spacek?
Yeah, let me give you the questions in order, please.
Yeah.
Who played Carrie White in the 1976 film Carrie? Was it Marilyn Burns?
No.
Linda Blair?
No.
Or Sissy Spacek?
Sissy Spacek is, and I think Linda Blair is in The Exorcist. So Sissy.
Oh, he's good. He's got knowledge. Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
is correct.
I feel like the sound effects are taking a lot more time.
I'm in it now, so I'm invested, mate.
No,
look, I've got it now about the clicking.
No, that's sweet.
So you're 2 out of 2.
I'm 2 out of 2, 100%.
Okay, so question 3: where is Transylvania? Is it in Romania, America, or Bulgaria?
I was going to say Romania, and then I thought, oh, maybe it's not. And then they said America and Bulgaria. And then when we said, yes, so it's definitely Romania. Is that a yes?
Hang on. That was the end credits. We're not there yet. Is that your final answer?
It's Romania.
He's correct again, Jesus Christ! Oh, you're very good. You're very good. 3 out of 3.
Literally, one of these has been horror film related. The other one is basic geography, and the other one was also basic geography.
I'm sorry. I had very little time to prepare, and it's just a general Halloween quiz.
I'm not good at Halloween in general.
Hang on. You might know this.
And then one of them was like
don't
put
yourself down. The biggest thing for me is when people, like yourself, you don't have the confidence in yourself when you know a lot of stuff, mate.
I'm just saying, you should have checked to make sure it was film related. If it's just about like, what's the most popular? Which month?
I'm doing the questions
state
here.
Loves Halloween the most.
This is the Halloween Spooktacular edition
I'm saying,
of the Final Cut half cut. No, Count Dracula, kind of media related, is based on a real person. What?
Vlad the Impaler. Just pick Vlad the Impaler.
What was his name?
Vlad the Impaler.
Prince Vlad Tepes.
Ooh.
Lord Ruthven.
It's Vlad It's Tepesh.
Arnold Powell.
It's Vlad Tepesh. Because I played Castlevania.
Is that your final answer?
It's your final answer. It's Vlad Tepesh because I played a lot of Castlevania when I was a kid.
He's 4 for 4, folks. He's 4 for 4.
100%.
Big man team.
The sounds alone make this like 20 minutes longer than it needs to be.
Nick, I'm the host, alright? If you want to be Chris Tarrant, I'm not going to complain at you.
I wish I was Chris Tarrant.
No, you don't.
Yeah, no. He's rich and old. He's going to die soon.
Okay.
What's not to love?
Who directed A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984? Was it Sean S. Cunningham, Wes Craven?
Yeah, it's Wes Craven.
Or Brian De Palma?
No, it's Wes Craven. It got to the point where I was like, fuck, maybe I don't know who directed it, maybe just produced it, but no, it's Wes Craven. And it's final answer.
Are you sure about that?
100%. It's Wes Craven's... Is it Wes Craven's Final Nightmare or something at one point?
No, you're wrong!
What?
I'm so sorry.
Did he write it?
Sean S. Cunningham.
Did he write it or produce it or something?
I don't have any extra... Oh, A Nightmare on Elm Street was written and directed by Wes Craven. Oh, wait, I accidentally clicked the wrong one. You're fine, man. You're fine. You're 5 for 5.
Gave me a goddamn heart attack.
Come on, we're dramatic. It's all part of the drama. This is entertainment value here. We're fucking giving it to people now.
What's the next question?
Right. Who sang Pet Sematary? The Ramones, the Misfits, or the Talking Heads?
Okay, that sounds like a Misfits song. It's the Misfits. I'm going to go with Misfits. Final answer.
I reckon you're right.
Final answer is Misfits.
Can you let me do the noises, please?
Yeah, sure. Final answer is Misfits. They fucking love all that shit.
Oh, I'm gutted at that as well.
Is it not them? Who's it?
Oh wait, I've done the final answer, me. Where's the wrong answer bit?
Who was it?
I don't know. It was, I do know, it was the Ramones.
Was it? Oh,
sorry, mate. Sorry.
That's not horror films, I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, we're not music podcast hosts, are we? Anyway, which novella is Netflix's The Haunting of Bly Manor based on? Was it A, Lady of the Lake, B, Let the Right One In,
No,
or C, The Turn of the Screw?
I'm going to say it's The Turn of the Screw because The Lady of the Lake I'm pretty sure got done by M. Night Shyamalan.
I think you're right there, mate. But is it your final answer?
I'm going to say it's my final answer.
Turn of the Screw.
My XO is saying it might not be.
He's done it. 6 out of 7, mate. No, wait. It's 7 out of 7. So
6 out of 7. No, 100%.
Oh, no.
100%.
No, 6 out of
6
7.
out of 7. 6 out of 7. 100%.
Yeah. Right.
How many of these are there? 20.
20.
Okay, it's
Question 8. Question 8.
Yeah.
We're getting through it. What year did Walt Disney Pictures release the film Hocus Pocus? Was it, now focus, 1992, 1993, or 1994?
Okay, so I watched this relatively recently.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and Sarah Michelle Gellar is like hot for the first time in her life. She's hot, and they keep on making jokes about virgins.
Right.
They can be a virgin. They keep on like making fun of a guy being a virgin. It's like for a Disney film, it's surprisingly brutal.
Yeah.
Give me the question. Give me the answer again.
So, what year did Walt Disney Pictures release the film Hocus Pocus? 1992, 1993, or 1994?
I'm gonna say 4.
Is that your final answer, Nick?
Yeah.
It was 1993. Jesus Christ, man. Right. You've got 6 out of 8. Alright?
That's fun.
Oh, you're doing well. You're nearly halfway. Question 9. In what country did carving jack-o'-lanterns originate? Was it A, America, B, Ireland, or C, Canada?
That's gonna be Ireland. 100. That's an Ireland vibe.
100%, you're saying?
Not 100%, but
is that
a
your
lot of
final
shit started in Ireland. Because Halloween. Because if I remember,
is that your final
answer? I'm
answer?
gonna say it is my final answer.
Oh, he smashed it. I wouldn't have known that.
Because in Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, they talk about how Halloween came from Ireland.
Jesus, really?
Yeah, it's a big film.
Narrative film. Do you like Leprechaun films?
No, those films are awful.
Yeah, they are. In what year was
generally
the first...
terrible films?
Yeah. So, you're halfway. Question 10. In what year was the first of The Simpsons Halloween special episodes, Treehouse of Horror, broadcast? 1989, 1990, or 1991?
Weren't the first season?
By the way, can I just say, this is actually quite good.
No, it's fine. Alright, so it was like season 6.
Right. Do you reckon?
Yeah, because they didn't have it in the first few seasons.
That seems...
91, like the last one. I'm going to go C.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer. I'm going to say you can skip to final... Is this my final answer? Because
no,
I'm just going to say
it. This is the rules. It was 1990, mate.
Damn, son.
Jesus.
I remember the episode. It's the one where they were walking around in a circle with knives.
Yeah, but I just don't think... I would have said it was much later than that. I'm actually quite surprised by that.
No, it was like season 5 or something. Season 6.
Question 11. What was Dr. Frankenstein's first name?
For fuck's sake.
Was it A, Hector? Was it B, Edward? Or was it C, Victor?
That's Victor. Of course it's Victor. It's Victor Frankenstein. Final answer is Victor Frankenstein.
Might annoy you, but we have procedures for a reason. Is it your final answer?
I've already been eliminated from the millionaire quiz.
No, you're fine, mate.
No, I've got 2 questions wrong. It's Victor Frankenstein.
He's got it right. Very well. I'm trying to speed up.
This is like a minute-long quiz that's been done
fine,
like 20
mate.
minutes.
It's fine. Question 12. What do you call a fear of Halloween? Samhainophobia, phasmophobia, or lupophobia?
Okay, so lupo would be wolf, phasma would be ghost. I'm gonna go with the first one.
How the fuck do you know that?
Lupo is lupo, like lupus.
Yeah.
Phasmo is Phantasmagoria. Someone say the first one.
Alright, I've had that. So you Final Answer?
Yeah, Final Answer, the first one. I'm not entirely sure, but like that's what I think of. Is it not?
You've smashed it, mate.
Hey!
That's mental. I don't know how you've done that. I have no idea. Like, I don't know how you...
Well, because Phantasm is Phantom.
Right.
I'm pretty sure. Lupo is Wolf. And the other one would, for me, be Sanitarium. But that's the one I wasn't sure of.
Oh, you're very logical there. You're like fucking Sherlock Holmes of horror quizzes.
Yeah.
Question 13. Back to the film. Back once again
God,
with the horror film master. D4. Yeah, anyway. What is the highest grossing horror film of all time?
For fuck's sake.
A. The Sixth Sense, 1999.
Not a horror film.
B. It, 2017. Or C. Jaws, 1975.
I wouldn't call Jaws a horror film either. So, in a way, I never lose because I don't think they're... I think it's It. I think it's It. Because I know It made fucking bank. But, oh shit, Jaws made fucking like loads back in the day. And like, fuck it, I'm going with it. 100%. Fine. Listen, let's stop the final question.
No, we're not. No.
My final answer is always...
We've got 6 questions to go.
Final answer is It. It's It. Ignore the final answer shit because I'm not going to change. Is it It?
Yeah! Well done, Nick. You're smashing it.
Higher tech gun sounds.
I like that. Pow pow. Yeah, no, It made loads of money. It smashed all records. Yeah, it's the highest grossing R-rated film. It's highest grossing horror film. It made loads of money. Which famous magician died on Halloween? Is it A. Harry Houdini? Is it B. The Great Lafayette? Or is it C. Wizard Mandrake?
Okay, the only one I know whose actual person is Houdini, but I don't think he did because otherwise I'd know that. So I'm still going to go for Houdini because I don't care about wizards.
And that is your final
answer? Yeah, final answer. Literally none of this has anything to do with films.
It's Halloween, mate. It's Halloween.
Was that a yes?
That is correct. He smashed it. He got shot, didn't he? He said that he could.
I thought he got punched in the gut.
Oh, he got punched in the gut. He said he could take it, and he got punched in the
rupture.
Rupture.
If it's not film, I don't care if I don't get any of these right.
No, it's fine.
These are films.
You're 5 away now, mate, from the end of this. This is another one. What song are these lyrics from? You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. Is it A. Ghostbusters? B. Somebody's Watching Me? Or C. Thriller? I can repeat the question if you want.
Oh, 3 are fantastic songs.
They are indeed. Masterpieces.
Yeah. It's not. Is it Ray Parker Jr.? I'm not sure. Is it Michael Jackson? I'm not sure. Is it the other guy whose name I don't know?
Oh.
I'm not sure.
I was listening to it last night.
I'm gonna go for. Let's go for Thriller. Fuck it. I don't care about this quiz anyway. It's not horror film, so I can lose.
Is that your final answer, Nick?
Final answer. Like if I lose this, I don't feel bad. I've got all the film related ones right.
Think about our audience. It's a bit fun.
They don't
can
like
play
us.
it.
They
play at home.
The audience doesn't like us.
That is correct, my friend. That is correct. Brilliant.
So
very good.
Every film one I got right, so I'm cool with it.
You've done very well.
Give me a film about like horror films. I'm fucking.
Okay, I'm sorry. I looked this up with 2 minutes.
You need to check the questions.
It's a third of the questions are to do with films.
So far, it's been.
You've got 4 questions left. Your torture is nearly over. In what year will the next full moon occur during Halloween?
Are you fucking serious? I don't know astrology.
Just a guessing game.
Let's go with B. Fuck it, let's go with B. I don't care.
Is it
B?
A?
B.
2020.
No.
B. 2026. Or C. 2033.
I'm going for A because I just had someone nod. Someone
Is
said
that
you'd
your final
know,
answer?
otherwise why would you
That's
know?
his final
A,
answer.
yeah, A. I saw someone nod it.
There's no one else here, Nick. Shut the fuck up.
I've got my executive producer here.
Oh, right, very good. He's
I
correct.
phoned a friend.
Phone my dick. No, I'm joking. Alright, question 17. Who wrote the novel The Witching Hour? Was it A, Shirley Jackson, B, Anne Rice, or C, Susan Hill?
I'm going to have Susan Hill because I think I know if it was Anne Rice.
Is that your
I don't know anything, and I can't. I don't think I'm going to go with the third one.
Susan Hill.
Susan Hill, yeah.
I'm afraid it was Anne Rice.
Was it Anne Rice?
Yeah, I don't know any of them.
Anne Rice said Frankenstein, right? Or am I just being dumb?
No, that's Mary Shelley. In like
What
the
the fuck did Anne
1800s.
Rice do?
We can look it up after the quiz.
No, we won't.
We go. Courtney Cox played a news reporter in which film franchise? Was it A, Scream? Was it B?
Oh, that's Scream. That's 100%
Saw.
Scream. No, she.
Or was it
It's
3?
Scream. It's
or B,
Scream.
C, Paranormal Activity?
It's Scream. I know it's Scream. 100% it's Scream. When you said Courtney Cox, I was thinking of the woman who married Kurt Cobain.
Oh,
Courtney Love. I
Courtney
thought it was
Love.
Courtney Love. And I was like, what did Courtney Love was in?
Amazing, yeah.
It's Courtney Cox. She's in Scream. She's in the entire.
And that's your final answer.
Final answer is Scream. I know my films.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. And that's why you're my boy doing the podcast, because he knows his bloody horror films. Well done.
When it's filmed, I'm fine.
Which science... Oh wait, I've done it without the atmosphere. Sorry, people. Sorry,
not the
to
atmosphere.
those at home. So sorry. So, question 19. Your ordeal. Ironically, I'm going to make a horror film about you getting quizzed at stuff you don't care about.
Quizzing is fine. It's just...
Okay. Which science fiction horror series, from Netflix is set in the fictional town of Hawkins?
Assuming that's Stranger Things.
You're assuming, but you haven't heard the options yet.
So it's Stranger Things, 100% then.
American Horror Story, Bates Motel, or Stranger Things?
That's Stranger Things.
Is that
Final answer, yes.
your motherfucking final answer, Nick?
Yes.
Of course, he is correctamundo once again. Yeah. Final question, mate. Getting pretty tense here. How do you feel? I mean, you don't win any money. This means nothing. I've just put the sounds on.
I feel like I should have been about films instead of astrology and geography.
Your horoscope really matters about everything that you do in life, whether it's watching a film or... No, anyway. Final question on our Halloween-themed spooktacular quiz. What is the day after Halloween called? I don't know this. Is it A, All Spirits Day? That's me most weekends.
Hey-o.
B, All Saints Day. I know you celebrate that, but that's because of the 90s girl band.
Because of it, yeah, sounds like
Or C, I think I'm band. All Souls Day. So that's A, All Spirits Day. B, All Saints Day.
Well, I know All Saints Day is an
All
actual
Souls
day, so I'm
Day.
going to go with All Saints Day.
You know B.
Yeah, because I have no
Stake.
I have no stakes in this game.
Is this your final answer, Nick?
Yeah, have final answer. Final answer.
I can reveal. It's under the bridge, mate. Oh, you got it right. It is All Saints Day.
So that's the only one I recognise an actual day.
Whoa, that is just well done, Nick. Well done, mate.
I got like 4 wrong.
15 out of 20, but one of them was my technical error.
Which, what?
Yeah, I fucked
So I
it
got
up.
16.
Yeah, you got 16 out of 20.
That is loud.
Thank you very much for playing. Who Wants to Be a Halloweenaire? I've been your host, Jason Winter. Thank you very much, and good night.
I'm just saying, I got 100% of the film ones right.
Yeah, no, you did very well, mate. You did very well.
What?
I haven't actually.
Why did you know it was going to be a...
I haven't
full
stopped the
moon?
recording. I've just stopped the quiz.
I know. Why did you know it was going to be a full moon? Have you looked that up?
Yeah, no, whatever.
Did you look up it was a full moon? Everything on my
Right, no, we're good, we're back. You've got a clear break there, Nick, so you're fine. And yeah, so that was your Halloween quiz, mate. Alright, I'll do a better film version, but for those at home, highly entertaining.
My producers told me that Sarah Michelle Gellar was literally always hot, and Sarah
Yes.
Jessica Parker
Yes.
was hot in that one.
I mean, that's a fair.
Shout out to Buffy.
I like ticking off our inconsistencies
I know
before
what
we
you did last
realise it.
summer.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Buffy Summers was her name in the thing.
It was. Yeah.
I know horror stuff as well, so there you go. I like her in that one where she's a cokehead that's a real bitch. That one's good.
Cruel Intentions?
Yes, that's just side stuff on Sarah Michelle Gellar there. Not a big Sarah Jessica Parker fan, if I'm honest with you. Because she didn't do anything else other than Sex and the City, does she?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot Sex and the City 2 was in cinemas.
And Sex and the City 3 as well.
Was there a fan?
Yeah, there's that one. The classic Golden Globes Ricky Gervais joke where he goes, I'd just like to say special thanks to the special effects team for their work on airbrushing the Sex and the City 3 poster. That's terrible. Terrible, there you go, but that's what Halloween's all about. I hope you've enjoyed this.
Yeah, but anyway, give me a new quiz.
We'll do it.
Give me one about horror films.
Next week.
Or Metal Gear Solid. Give me a Resident Evil quiz.
Alright, next week we'll do Resident Evil. Yeah. Have you got any other Halloween points, mate?
Stay spooky.
Stay spooktacular. This has been the Final Cut Half Cut with me, Jason Winter, and my co-host, Nick.
Very spooky.
See? Oh, I did it. Right.
I'm spooked.
Cheers. I'm so spooked right now. Spook Dog out.